So here we are getting ready to bore scope the Feddersen 60.5-inch barrel for the Ruger 1022. This is prior to installation. This is right out of the box. And the wrapping, the only thing done to it was to run a VFG wool pellet down the tube. Pick up anything in there that we didn't want the camera getting on the lens or the mirror. We're starting from the chamber end. Nothing remarkable there. Getting to the lands and grooves here. Quite shiny. Now, from previously looking through a barrel that I put on my son's gun, which did not get to shoot a lot, we recognize that the beginning and the chamber end and the end of the barrel near the crown seem to be a little bit darker, like maybe where the finish from finishing the outside of the barrel may have got into each end. Didn't seem to affect performance at all. Looks quite polished, lapped per se, as it says on their website. Or I should not say lapped, honing process, the honing process they use. If you look at this asymmetrical polygonal rifling, you can see on the one side of the land, it's a little bit deeper shadow than the other side, and that, as I'm guessing, is indicative of that asymmetrical polygonal rifling that allows the bullet to be less deformed by the rifling, creates a better seal in the barrel, less gases or no gases will go past the round, keeping all the force of the bullet, all the force of the burning powder behind the round. There will be some links to the technology they use put into the notes, comments on this, so feel free to take a look at their website. Was looking for a decent price barrel to put on my son's 1022 that was being built for him, and ran across Feddersen. Found some really old YouTube videos of a barrel called the Raptor, which was quite accurate. And I'm thinking that this is the profile of the Raptor. 16.5 inches, match chamber, the SEP rifling, barrel is honed to be nice and smooth. His gun was not finicky. We shot a ton of different stuff through it, but it's not really seasoned in yet. And he's off to college, so it hasn't been shot more than the original couple times. It's got less than 200 rounds through it, but it performed exceptionally well. See what appear to be honing marks from a longitudinal travel of something through the barrel. Of course, you can see some machine marks. I think those are just shadows on the camera here. And with the lens shadow, the cast of the light from the light on the lens, it doesn't look like this is anything. If you ran your finger across it, your fingernail, you would be able to feel those. The little marks here, I'm not sure what those are. Just in those two spaces. The barrel is in the upright position, as though it was mounted in the OEM receiver. Looks pretty consistent the whole way through. Like I said before, at the very back end and at the muzzle end, it'll be a little darker. I think that could be from the protective coating they put on the outside of the barrel, weeping in from the muzzle, the chamber end, because here it looks quite polished, and here we are at the crown. Um, Crown looks good. This will be cobbled together from a bunch of parts in the basement here. A trigger, OEM trigger that was just rebuilt, polished up. We can talk about that on another video. Different spring in there for the trigger return spring, taking that down to 1.75 pounds. So that's the only thing you're really pushing against on that, except the friction or drag that's left in all the pieces that touch and move together inside the trigger. So we'll get a read on that a little bit later. Yeah, we can see here as we come out, nice transition from the chamber to the lands and grooves. So shiny it almost looks wet, but I guarantee you that barrel is dry from the VFG pellet going through. All right, as we go along with this, we'll let you know how it shoots, show some targets, show some picks, and some incremental building of this FrankenRooger. We'll have another one. This will be FrankenRooger Bob. So since he's funded some of the parts for this, that'll be good. Hey, we'll keep you posted.